There's nothing like the first day of school. New clothes, new classes, new friends. This year, a kid named Nick came to our school. At first, he seemed a little different. Sometimes during class, Nick makes noises and gets out of his seat. There's a lady that sits in our classroom and follows Nick around, and even takes him out of class when he's distracting us. We didn't understand why Nick got to take breaks or why he got to spend all this time with one teacher. My friends and I thought, what's up with Nick? It turns out, Nick has autism. Nick has had autism since he was little. Autism happens inside the brain. This doesn't mean Nick is sick with something like the flu. You can't catch autism. It just means that he understands some things differently than most of us. Once we learned a little more about Nick and autism, we understood why he gets extra attention. He just needs a little more help than the rest of us sometimes. The lady following him around is his aide. She's there to help him in the classroom. Sometimes small things bother Nick because his senses, hearing, sight, smell, touch, and taste, all work differently than ours. Like when we work on projects, we try to keep our voices down because Nick has trouble focusing if it gets too loud. As we got to know him, we learned what we can do to make it better for Nick so he can stay in class with us. Other kids with autism in your school might have similar challenges. The best way to help them is by getting to know them. Autism affects each person differently. No two kids with autism are the same. Some kids will talk with you, but not look at you. Others won't talk much, but will try to use other ways to tell you what they want to say. Some kids with autism may flap their arms or even rock back and forth. It may seem strange at first, but it's just something that makes them comfortable. Nick really likes building and talking about model airplanes. He even brought one in to show us how the propeller works. It was pretty cool. Sometimes, though, Nick doesn't stop talking about model airplanes. We listen because it's polite, but learn that it's okay to suggest new activities too. Some of us from class joined the art club together, and we invited Nick. He mostly draws pictures of planes, but we still have fun doing the projects together. Remember that you can always include your friend with autism in activities, even if he or she does it in a different way. Don't be afraid to ask your teacher or an adult for ideas that can work for everyone. Now that we know more about autism, it's no big deal. Nick is just a kid and a part of our class like everyone else. So just remember that all of us are different in our own ways. Accepting the differences of kids with autism is the first step to becoming friends and having fun together.
Gentlemen, I put it to you. The worst tapioca pudding is better than the best pudding of any other flavor.
First off, that is axiomatically wrong because the best pudding is chocolate. Secondly, the organic structure of tapioca makes it a jiggling bowl of potential death. It is extracted from the plant.
Hey, I'm thinking of growing a mustache.
No kidding. Fu Manchu, a handlebar pencil?
It's extracted from the plant.
Yeah, you know, George Clooney has one now.
Really? I once saw him shopping at Ralph's. He was buying tequila.
Oh, you think a guy like that would have some kind of booze lackey?
All right, this is cruel. We better let him finish before his head explodes.
All right, Sheldon, why is
Tapioca is extracted from the root of the plant Monahot esculenta due to a high concentration of cyanide. It is poisonous in its raw form and lethal if prepared improperly.
Feel better now?
It is also indigenous to Brazil, as is the cocoa bean from which we get chocolate, the best pudding. You promised you wouldn't do that anymore.
Rock, paper, scissors. Well, I don't think so. No. Anecdotal evidence suggests that in a game of rock, paper, scissors, players familiar with each other will tie 75 to 80% of the time due to the limited number of outcomes. I suggest rock, paper, scissors, lizard, Spock.
What?
It's very simple. Look, scissors cuts paper, paper covers rock. Rock crushes lizard, lizard poisons Spock. Spock smashes scissors, scissors decapitates lizard, lizard eats paper, paper disproves Spock, Spock vaporizes rock, and as it always has, rock crushes scissors.
Okay, I think I got it.
Rock, paper, scissors, lizard, Spock.
Hey, Penny, how was work?
Great. I hope I'm a waitress at the Cheesecake Factory for my whole life.
Was that sarcasm?
No.
Was that sarcasm?
Yes.
Was that sarcasm?
Stop it!
Take a break from being you for just a minute and try being, I don't know, comforting.
I'm sorry. There. Everything's going to be fine. Sheldon's here.
Have you considered improving your socialization skills, thus allowing you to communicate more effectively with other people?
Isn't that their burden? I'm the one with something interesting to say.
What?
Just Sheldon's onion ring. Just put it back.
It's one onion ring.
Put it back before he comes. No, I don't think that's where it was. Okay, here he comes. Deny, people, wall of silence.
Who touched my foot?
Penny did it.
Why would you do that?
I don't know. I was hungry. What's the big deal?
The big deal is that nobody touches food on my plate.
All right, look, I didn't know. I'm sorry.
Well, I'm sorry, but that is your second strike.
You guys mind if I start?
Penny, that's where I sit.
Sit next to me.
No, I sit there.
What's the difference?
What's the difference?
Here we go.
In the winter, that seat is close enough to the radiator to remain warm, and yet not so close as to cause perspiration. In the summer, it's directly in the path of a cross breeze created by opening windows there and there. It faces the television at an angle that is neither direct, thus discouraging conversation, nor so far wide as to create a parallax distortion. I could go on, but I think I've made my point.
Do you want me to move?
Well,
Just sit somewhere else.
every Saturday since we've lived in this apartment, I have awakened at 6:15, poured myself a bowl of cereal, added a quarter cup of 2% milk, sat on this end of this couch, turned on BBC America, and watched Doctor Who.
Penny's still sleeping.
Every Saturday since we've lived in this apartment, I have awakened at 6:15, poured myself a bowl of
I
cereal.
know. Look, you have a TV in your room. Why don't you just have breakfast in bed?
Because I'm neither an invalid nor a woman celebrating Mother's Day.
Dr. Cooper? Oh, are we interrupting?
No, please come in. Yeah, I think you'll appreciate this. This is very exciting.
Oh, what are you working on?
Something remarkable. Since my prospects for the Nobel Prize in Physics have disappeared, thank you very much. I've decided to refocus my efforts and use my people skills to win the Nobel Peace Prize. Look, I'm going to solve the Middle East crisis by building an exact replica of Jerusalem in the middle of the Mexican desert.
To what end?
You know, it's like the baseball movie. You build it and they will come.
Who will come?
The Jewish people.
What if they don't come?
We'll make it nice. Put out a spread.
Okay, well,
I really don't understand your objections, Professor Goldfarb. Why wouldn't the Sonora Desert make a perfectly good promised land?
Go away.
We could call it Nuevo Jerusalem,
Please go away.
said Pharaoh to Moses.